Hi, everybody. I have a special guest here today. The other day I was working and a lovely young lady came in named Yara, and she had this cute little box full of cookies for me. And she was from PROMEDCARE, and we got to talking about PROMEDCARE, the importance of it. And I said, you should come in and do a video. She goes, well, I really have someone else who needs to do the video. So I am going to give camera credit to Yara today. She is behind the camera. And I'm going to have my guest introduce herself. And we're going to talk about PROMEDCARE, how it might benefit you. It might not today, but it might in the future. So stick along with this, okay? Go ahead, my dear.
My name is Megan Shaw. I'm the client coordinator with PROMEDCARE here in Columbus. PROMEDCARE is a locally owned, Nebraska-based company. We do non-medical in-home care, and we, like I said, we are Nebraska-based. We have several locations across the eastern part of Nebraska and service a large portion. We were also, I didn't tell you this, but we were 60th in the nation for a survey within other in-home care companies. So
Wow.
We're ranked 60th in the nation, which is pretty awesome for our services.
I don't think people might really realize how good that is.
Yeah, that's
they
the
might
Columbus.
think, well, 60th, what do you mean you're not number one? It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Well,
So
and I
that's
think
pretty
just the
awesome.
ownership of being, you're like a neighbor. It's like my business here. Like what I do is different than, say, if you're buying from a local store. I am as good as what I can present, right? Same for you guys.
Right.
And so can you tell them a little bit about the kinds of things that you
Yes.
provide?
Absolutely. So, like I stated, we do in-home non-medical care. So, personal care, homemaking skills. We assist the clients with doing their day-to-day chores. Some of those examples are bathing, laundry, light housekeeping, some transportation. A lot of people can't get to and from their appointments, grocery stores, things like that. So we do assist with that. We work with different payer sources. So not only do we have the private payer source, but we also work with Medicaid, long-term care, and the VA.
Nice. That's very nice. So you've got a lot of flexibility there.
Yes.
I would think too, like if I had to explain this to someone, I would say, because I did care for my mother for years, and several other people, but I would say it would be very similar to what, as a family member, you would be providing to someone, but this gives the family member a break, and it's kind of a different relationship than I imagine between the caregiver you provide. It's still a bond, and you're very careful. We were talking about when we're sourcing employees for you, that you have a systematic approach to it. You don't hire just anybody. This
Right.
is
We
not
do a
like
full background check and make sure that they're fit for the position.
Yeah, and I imagine there's feedback from the people they're serving also.
Yes.
How often is that done? How often do you hear from?
The surveys are done quarterly.
Oh gosh, good.
And it's not just the clients that we survey the caregivers, and we survey their family. So
Perfect.
everybody gets in on the feedback.
And do you ever have a situation where maybe a caregiver comes and it's not a good fit? It's just it's just not a good fit for them, like when we meet people, and then you can provide a different one to try?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm sure it also, like, you also have yourself saying, but we need to be within reason with this. If you're not going to get along, that we can't help you, right? So there's a lot of thought that's gone into this. I like the professionalism of this. I recommend them a lot to people. I get a lot of people when I deal with funerals. I have widowers who have been caregiving for people, and they're somewhat shot by then.
Yep.
And I'll say, okay, here's something to think about as you move forward. This is a company that provides these things, and you might want to consider that. Like I said, put it on the back burner sometimes, because you don't know. Life is so unpredictable. And I think a lot of people are going right to the elderly, but this can also work for, I've broken my leg, or someone has had a stroke and is rehabilitating. All kinds of things,
Yeah, we currently see anywhere from 19 years of age to 104 years of age.
Wow.
So we do a large group, and like you said, the rehab, minor disabilities to all the way to the major ones that are nonverbal,
Yes.
and those kind of things. So.
And you really have to be able to tune in instinctually for things like that, which again is the filtering system on who to hire. I really like the fact that, and I think it's important to stress this, that sometimes people will call a company like this and think, well, what if they're on a feeding tube, or what if they are not providing medical care. They are providing professional, everyday care, like things you would be doing for yourself but can't, or your loved one can't, or just to give you a break if you're doing that, because it's not great for you to have to do that constantly either. There's a different level of stress for a family member to do these chores versus I'm coming in professionally and helping you out. They're not just helping the client, they're helping the family of the client, just sort of like that ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
So you want to tell them how to get a hold of you?
So my phone number at the Columbus office is 402-564-7900. You can go onto the website at PROMEDCARE.com, and there's also the Fremont phone number listed there where you can access any of us. I do have, when we come to see you, or if you stop into the shop, there are brochures and some business cards with my information on that as well.
And I'll keep this here. So all you got to do is ask and say, hey, I saw your video, and do you have that available still? And we'll provide you with that. Can you think of anything else we have to add? Not for now. They can
Not
always
for now,
call.
yeah. Always call.
Well, and
with
I'm
any
sure
questions.
it's personalized,
Yeah.
so
Any questions?
we can't possibly cover every base here, right?
Right.
I mean, we're good. All right, with that, we're going to tell you bye. Bye.